Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm going to talk to you today about my neurological illnesses. Um, I'm diagnosed with fibromyalgia, PCOS, Meniere's disease, myoclonus, and I know there's some other stuff on the list that I'm probably not remembering right now. I just went in, myoclonus, possible seizure disorder. I just went in for a EEG because of the myoclonic jerks. Plus, I get twitches. Like kind of like if your eye twitches, only it happens pretty much everywhere. Like I can have a toe that'll just start moving sideways or something crazy by itself. Um, myoclonus is more like a jerking motion, like if you fling something. Um, and I have that frequently as well. Um, the Meniere's is because I get dizzy spells. I get vertigo severe enough that sometimes I'm in bed for days with ringing in my ears. And for me, I get like a fluttering. It's almost like like somebody unleashed a bird in my head. I went in and to the ENT, and he diagnosed me with Meniere's. I also get severe migraines with that. Even though that's supposed to be an inner ear thing and my hearing's fine. So I don't know that I'm totally comfortable with that diagnosis. Fibromyalgia, I get all of these issues can go under fibromyalgia, as well as I have severe pain daily, and a lot of the times it changes. The issues change just when you think that you've solved something else will pop up, or you'll end up with more issues, things that you never knew could possibly exist. Like a lot of times, just to touch my skin like this will feel either bruised or sunburned. And that comes and goes. That's not there all the time. And then I have this other all over crushing pain that comes, and I mean all over. Like I can feel it in my head, headaches. I feel it through my arms, my legs, everywhere. Just like someone's got a vice grip on me. And it's gotten to the point it used to be. I know a lot of people thought I was faking, which anyone with a neurological condition can relate to. But over time, it's now getting so severe that my family, like, they'll walk in and they can tell right away whether I'm in pain or if it's a good day or if it's a bad day. And I thank God that I do have good days. That means the world to me that there are days I can still get up and enjoy life to the fullest, because I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have days like those. But it doesn't lessen the blow any, because this interferes with my life on all levels. I can go from feeling great and I'm super excited, we've got a family day planned, we're gonna go to the park and grill or whatever, and all of a sudden the symptoms kick in, and either I have to break plans or reschedule, or I'm just not feeling good while I'm out, and I'm trying to make the best of it, but you're struggling and suffering through trying to put on the best face you can for other people. What else? It impairs my memory, which is pretty bad. When I'm having bad days, I really do struggle finding words. And luckily my family knows me well enough, they can usually guess what I'm trying to say. Some of the funnier things I've told my kids, I know one time I said, go brush your pee. And it was a combination of go brush your teeth and the dog has to pee. So they had to let the dog out, but it came out, go brush your pee, and the kids thought that was hilarious. And I know everybody has slips like that, but this is different. This is constant, to the point that it's embarrassing. And I don't know, like when you forget your own name, or birthday, or and I know like I said, we all do these things, and I hear that all the time. Oh, I do that all the time, but you don't do it all the time like I do it all the time. Same with the twitches. Oh, I get those all the time. No, I get them all the time. Sometimes they just will not stop. And the same with the jerks, and it'll go on sometimes for minutes, sometimes for days, and they don't hurt, but they do. They're like taxing on my nerves, if that makes sense. And they really, really irritate me. And they make it really hard to relax. I don't know. I don't quite know how to explain it other than like you just want to jump out of your own skin. I also get cramping. It started in my feet. My right foot just stopped working, which was really weird. And my doctor put me on some nerve medication, and that helped me get the feeling back in my foot. Like my toes were all, I don't know, it was like Frankenfoot. And I went in early on when I had pain in the center of my foot, and they thought I hurt it, and I assured them I didn't do anything to it. But they looked into it, and they saw, nothing. They couldn't figure out what was going on. And then within a week, I couldn't walk on it. And about a week and a half in is when the toes, I couldn't even bend my foot. It just, like all the nerves were dying or something. And the center of my foot was like bluish. So I went back in, and my doctor said it was nerves, and she gave me the nerve medication, and that worked. Well, within a short time, my whole foot just started cramping, and it went from the right foot to the left foot. And now it's my calves on both sides. The right side's always worse than the left side for some reason. And then it moved its way up. Now I'm starting to get them in, like, from my hip and my thigh area. And then sometimes if I yawn, I'll get it right through here. This whole area will cramp. So I'm not really sure what's going on, other than we know it's neurological. And I had an EEG done today where they test the electricity in my brain, and are looking for seizures. My last one was abnormal 2 years ago. And then if that doesn't work, they're going to do an EMG, which will test my muscles. Also, tomorrow I go in for a rheumatology appointment. And many of you that suffer neurological disorders know that there's usually not a simple answer, and usually your appointments just lead to other appointments. I've been doing this for about 11 years now. That's when some of the stuff started, but the really tough stuff has been the last 2 years. Before that, it would be like these random rashes or migraines that are, I don't even know how to explain them, and clicking through my head, and like in the back of my neck when I turn my head it clicks. Things like that. It was just a bunch of weight gain for absolutely no reason. Then they diagnosed me with PCOS, girl problems, which goes along with a lot of this stuff too, chemical sensitivities. I don't know. It's been one thing after another after another. So I decided to start doing a vlog, I guess, and recording just my experience with whatever my neurological condition is, and the varieties of treatments that I go through, what kind of doctor's appointments I have, what happens at these appointments. I don't know how I can help somebody else, but maybe I can. I will say I had a traumatic head injury as an infant, and I did have to go to physical therapy for the first few years of my life. I had to cut with a special scissor that had this big loop instead of the handles, because I didn't have the small motor skills to do it. I had to go to classes for special needs children for half of the day and then half the day with the regular kids, and repeat first grade because my motor skills were so slow. And they always chalk that up to brain issues. They also brought up to my mom that they thought I was on the autism spectrum. There's been, I don't know, they thought I was having seizures as a child. I was on seizure medication for a while, and then they decided I wasn't, or I don't know. I don't have access to my medical records. I guess 10 years after you are an adult, they destroy those, and I didn't know that until it was too late. I didn't start having issues until it was too late for me to see if there's any connection to that. But I also